Dream big and explore our world.
Story time, anytime. Hey!
A music and adventure swirl.
Story time, anytime. Hey!
A hike in the forest and swim in the sea. Meet silly creatures and learn new things. So sing great songs, travel on a train, but build a skyscraper and pilot a plane. Whatever you imagine, whatever you explore on this magical journey, there will always be more. Make new friends, come on, don't be shy. Let's get a kite and we'll fly, fly, fly. Whatever you imagine, whatever you explore on this magical journey, there will always be more.
Story time, anytime. Hey!
Hi, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Storytime Anytime. Today we are going to learn about interesting reptiles like the Komodo dragon. Did you know that this fierce hunter is known to eat water buffalo, deer, goats, and even humans? While the Komodo dragon is the largest living species of lizards, there are many other species that are quite small. Let's learn more about these fascinating creatures. Listen up.
Know-it-alls! Lizards! There are almost 4,300 different kinds of them. They can be as small as a mouse or as long as a car. Some can change color, some can walk across water, and some can even glide like a kite. What are they? Answer: lizards. What is a lizard? It's a kind of animal called a reptile. All reptiles are cold-blooded, which means that the temperature of their bodies is the same as the temperature of the air around them. To keep warm, a lizard often lies in the sun, but to cool down, it hides in the shade. Snakes, alligators, crocodiles, and turtles are some of the lizard's reptile relatives. The lizard is also related to the dinosaurs, gigantic prehistoric reptiles that roamed the earth millions of years ago. What a family tree!
Although they may look like lizards, salamanders are not reptiles. They are amphibians, animals that live both on land and in water.
A lizard's body is covered with hard little plates called scales. They protect the lizard's skin, keeping it dry on the outside and moist on the inside. Most lizards have 4 legs with 5 lizard toes on each foot. Each toe has a sharp nail or claw at the end. Lizards use their claws to climb and to fight. Better trim those, buddy. Lizards also have long tails. Some can use their tails to help them climb and grip things. Others use their tails like a whip to defend themselves.
Worm lizards don't have legs.
Lizards have 2 big eyes and can see very well. Some lizards can even look in 2 directions at the same time. Unlike snakes, lizards have eyelids, and except in a few species, the eyelids can move up and down. Many lizards have long, sticky tongues, and just like their snake cousins, they use their tongues to smell by tasting scent particles in the air. Lizards don't have outside ears like you and me, but they can hear through 2 small ear openings on either side of their head.
Lizard body parts. Most lizards have scales, 4 legs, 5 toes on each foot, a long tail, 2 eyes with eyelids, a long tongue, ear openings.
Where do lizards live? All over the world. In fact, they can be found on every continent except icy Antarctica. Lizards hate the cold, so they usually hang out where the climate is hot, in blistering deserts, steamy rainforests, sunny mountains, and warm plains.
The marine iguana spends a lot of time underwater.
Lizards make their homes on the ground, in the trees, or in underground burrows. Some even like to live in people's houses. Lizards are everywhere.
Lizards live on every continent except Antarctica, in warm regions, in deserts, rainforests, mountains, lowland plains, on the ground, in trees, in underground burrows.
What do lizards eat? Mostly insects and small animals. Ants, flies, centipedes, spiders, scorpions, worms, grubs, snails, and slugs. Yum! Some lizards are large enough to eat mice, birds, and even other lizards. A few lizards eat plants, vegetables, and fruits. The chameleon lashes out its long, sticky tongue like a lasso, then reels an unsuspecting bug into its mouth. The largest lizard of all, the Komodo dragon, is big enough to kill and eat wild pigs, goats, and even deer. Better not get too close, or it might try to eat you.
Young Komodo dragons have to hide up in trees. Otherwise, they will become an adult Komodo dragon's lunch.
Lizards eat ants, flies, centipedes, spiders, scorpions, worms, grubs, snails, slugs, plants, vegetables, fruit. Larger lizards eat mice, birds, and other lizards. Komodo dragons eat wild pigs, sheep, and deer.
How do lizards protect themselves? Any way they can. Lizards have many enemies, including raccoons, otters, foxes, possums, snakes, hawks, badgers, and other lizards. So they have many different ways of defending themselves. Most lizards just run and hide, or play dead. Some have sharp horns and spines. Others flash brightly colored body parts, or hiss loudly to keep enemies away. Believe it or not, many lizards can actually break off their own tail if attacked. The tail will continue to move and hopefully distract a hungry animal long enough for a getaway. Don't worry, the tail grows back in a few weeks. The chameleon, like many lizards, is colored to blend into its surroundings. A frilled lizard flares its umbrella-like neck to scare off predators. If that fails, it stands up on two legs and runs, just like a person. But why run if you can fly? The flying dragon can glide away from danger. It has large flaps of skin on either side of its belly that it uses like a hang glider.
The horned lizard can squirt blood from its eyelids. Nasty!
Lizard defenses: running and hiding, playing dead, hissing, gliding away on wing flaps, thick scales and sharp spines, breakable tail, frightening body parts.
Where do baby lizards come from? From mommy lizards, of course. Most female lizards lay eggs, usually between 1 and 25, but a few kinds of females bear live young. Eggs take from 2 weeks to a few months to hatch. As soon as a little lizard leaves the shell, it is ready to take care of itself.
Baby lizards have a special egg tooth that they use to break out of their shells.
As lizards grow, they sometimes get too big for their own skin, so they grow a new skin under the old one. When the new skin is ready, the old one flakes off in patches. This is called molting.
Lizard beginnings. Female usually lays between 1 and 25 eggs. In 2 weeks to a few months, the eggs hatch. Some lizards bear live young.
Bet you didn't know.
Gila monsters are venomous. They can easily kill a small animal with one bite. Some male lizards attract females by puffing up their throats like balloons. Flying dragons glide up to 195 feet between trees and the ground. Komodo dragons grow to over 10 feet long and weigh more than 300 pounds. A basilisk can run right across the water's surface. Now that's just about everything you need to know to consider yourself a first-rate
Lizard Wizard!
I don't know about you, but I certainly learned a lot about lizards. In fact, I think that reptiles are very interesting animals. While reptiles look very differently, the one thing they all have in common is that they are all cold-blooded. Why don't we learn what makes a reptile a reptile?
A reptile is a cold-blooded animal. Their body temperature they can't control. If it's warm outside, then they'll be warm. But if it's cold outside, then they'll be cold. If they need warmth, they'll lie in the sun and rest in the shade. If the heat's too much, most have tough skin with horny scales, which protects them when danger prevails. Snakes and lizards and alligators too, crocodiles and turtles are in the special group. We call them reptiles. Most lay eggs and live on land by swamps or lakes. Reptile mothers hide their eggs and try to keep them nice and safe. But when the babies hatch, they are on their own to find food, for they are left alone. Reptiles hide from their enemies with camouflage skin that's brown or green or red or spotted to match the place where they are hiding and trying to keep safe. Snakes and lizards and alligators too, crocodiles and turtles are in the special group. We call them reptiles. Most lay eggs and live on land by swamps or lakes. A reptile grows and grows and grows throughout their lives. And did you know that some giant tortoises, I am told, can live to be more than 100 years old? Reptiles use their lungs to breathe the with backbones on the inside of their bodies. They're a perfect design. Snakes and lizards and alligators too. Crocodiles and turtles are in this special group. We call them reptiles. Most lay eggs and live on land by swamps or lakes. We call them reptiles. Most lay eggs and live on land by swamps or lakes.
Which reptile fascinates you the most? Is it the poisonous rattlesnake or the amazing turtle? Let's sing a few songs and learn more about reptiles.
I know my shell is useful, this I cannot deny. It helps to keep me safe when an enemy comes by. But running fast or twisting are things I cannot do, or hopping through a field like the lucky kangaroo. If only I could leave my shell, I'd spin around in circles, I'd jump and hop and run. If only I could leave my shell, I would have such fun. You know I carry with me my very special home. I tuck my legs and head inside, for I can't leave or roam. It's like a special hiding place, it camouflages well. In leaves or grass or muddy spots, my coat of armor shell. If only I could leave my shell, I'd spin around in circles, I'd jump and hop and run. If only I could leave my shell, I would have such fun. I like to watch a rabbit hop along the ground. I like to watch a lizard scoot quickly all around. I know I should be thankful, but this I need to say. I wish that I could leave my shell just for one short day. If only I could leave my shell, I'd spin around in circles, I'd jump and hop and run. If only I could leave my shell, I would have such fun.
Listen to the rattlesnake, listen to the sound. The rattlesnake will make to warn whoever is around. It warns its enemies to move and leave it alone. It may be hiding by a bush or by a nearby stone. Rattlesnakes are poisonous, and they will inject a venom that will paralyze or kill their next subject. Rattlesnakes don't have the proper teeth with which to chew. They swallow their meal whole, that's how they eat their food.
Have you ever wondered why snakes stick out their tongues? They use their tongues to pick up scents. As they move their tongues back inside their mouths, a special taste-smell organ helps them locate the next meal.
Listen to the rattlesnake, Listen to the sound a rattlesnake will make to warn whoever is around. They slither their long bodies, they seem to move with grace as they travel all around and move from place to place. A rattlesnake will shed its skin as it grows and grows. More rattles will appear on its tail, I am told. A rattlesnake does not have ears, vibrations it will feel to know when something's coming. For a snake, it's quite ideal. Listen to the rattlesnake, listen to the sound a rattlesnake will make to warn whoever is around. Listen to the rattlesnake, listen to the sound a rattlesnake will make to warn whoever is around.
Who would have known that reptiles are so cool? Hope you learned as much as I did. See you next time. This has been brought to you by Twin Sisters Digital Media and Evergreen Podcasts. Be sure to hit subscribe. If your children enjoyed these songs and stories, go to twinsisters.com to find even more ways for them to sing and learn. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter for our free download of the day giveaways and promotions on exciting new digital learning content like these and much more. And visit our friends at evergreenpodcasts.com. Thank you for joining us at Storytime Anytime.